Good day everyone. Today, I will going to discuss about the behavior theories of leadership. In this topic, we will be able to determine how leaders behave in different scenarios. Behavior theories is another way of understanding leadership is to compare the behaviors of effective and ineffective leaders to see how successful leaders behave. In short, ang behavior theories isang theories nga gina-determine sa mga effective leaders kung unsa ang ginabuhat sa mga effective leaders, ginaunsa nila pagdala ilang mga sakop o ginaunsa nila pag-adapt sa mga ideas sa ilang mga members para i-improve. Isa sa mga example is kanang naay isa ka members nga nakapil og uncomfortable sa isa ka organization. So as a leader, ikaw ang responsible sa pagpangita o pamaagi para makafeel o comfort ang isa ka member. Ang three ka classical behavior theories kay gikandak sa University of Iowa, Ohio University o University of Michigan para i-describe o i-classify ang behaviors sa mga leaders para i-develop. Dalawa studies, authoritarian, democratic, laissez-faire leadership. An early attempt to classify and study the effects and different styles of leaders' behavior on the group was conducted at the University of Iowa. Leadership was classified into three different types according to the leader's style of handling several decision-making situations during experiments. First is authoritarian leadership. Leaders were very directive and allowed with no participations in the decisions. This type of leader is dili niya need og tabang or support sa iyang mga members, kumbaga mas pilion niya nga mapasan sa mga responsibility para mahuman ang isa ka task. Next is democratic leadership. Leaders encourage group discussions and decision making. Unlike sa authoritarian leadership, this type of leader is gusto niya nga naay presence or participation sa iyang mga members para mas makashare og ideas o mga suggestions. And lastly, the laissez-faire leadership. Leaders gave complete freedom to the group and left it up to subordinate to make individual decisions on their own. Essentially, leaders provided no leadership. This type of leaders kay maingon nato nga gubot kay murag walay leadership nga nitabo. Kumbaga kung sa isa ka organizations is kung ang tanan mag-act as a leader is possible nga maka-cause og gubot. Some of the results of Iowa leadership studies include the following. Number 1. Of the three styles of leadership, subordinates prefer the democratic style the best, which makes intuitive sense. The general trend today is toward wider use of participatory management practices because they are consistent with a supportive and collegial model of modern organization. So sa kaning result, kay mas prefer sa mga subordinate or members ang democratic style kay mas nindot or mas effective kung naay participations ang tanan. Number 2. Subordinates prefer the laissez-faire leadership style over the authoritarian one. For subordinates, even chaos was preferable to rigidity. Sa kaning result, mas prefer sa mga subordinates ang laissez-faire leadership bisag gubot. Number 3. Authoritarian leadership elicited the either aggressive or apathetic behavior that was deemed to be reactions to frustration caused by authoritarian leader. Sa kaning result, ang effects of authoritarian leadership sa mga subordinates is aggressive or apathetic behavior. Number 4. Apathetic behavior changed to aggressive behavior when the leadership styles change authoritarian laissez-faire. Laissez-faire leadership produce greatest amount of aggressive behavior. So tungod kay walay leadership nga nahitabo sa laissez-faire kay mas daghan ang mga nga ma-produce nga mga aggressive behaviors sa mga members. Productivity was slightly higher under authoritarian leader than under the democratic one, but it was lowest under leaders first leader.